Hi, y'all. Okay, so today what I am hearing to share is the inner critic and how to work with the inner critic. We all have an inner critic that really beats us up and a lot of times halts us from taking any steps forward, progress on our path to pursue our dreams and deeper aspirations. The inner critic is connected to the ego. You know, the ego, the subconscious mind, this part of ourself wants to keep us safe, which means staying within the box, the norm of reality that is safe. What does this mean? Doing the things that you've always done that do keep you safe. If you try to do something new, the inner critic wants to shut that down because it's like, here are all of the reasons why you could fail and why you should avoid that, because the inner critic wants to keep you safe. The ego wants to keep you safe. So the importance of sharing this is if we stay listening to the inner critic, we are going to remain stuck where we are. And the most successful people in the world have had to overcome that inner critic, look it metaphorically in the eyes and say, no, I understand your fear, but I'm going to face my fear and do it anyway. I'm going to move forward. I am going to take the action. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to do this. So a practice that I want to offer up right now is naming your inner critic. It sounds silly, but it really is powerful. Even if you close your eyes in meditation, get an image, ask who your inner critic is. What do they look like? What do they feel like? For me, my inner critic's name is Sally, and she's a middle-aged woman, and she's very critical. Nothing is ever good enough for Sally, so you don't put out subpar work if Sally was running the show. But I've had to work with Sally and say, you know what? I've got this. I'm going to take these steps forward. But sometimes the inner critic feels so strong that we feel paralyzed in overwhelm and fear of moving forward, fear of failure, you know, all of the stories that come up. So in working with your inner critic, it is helpful to write down everything that comes up when you think of the stories of like why you stop yourself. What is the criticism? Are you a perfectionist? Is it never going to be good enough? You know, what is your story? Everybody is unique, but also there's usually a common theme among the inner critic storyline. So I'm going to do some cards for us on this collective issue right now, because it's coming up, because I feel like a lot of us are stepping into our passion or starting to realize that I need to change something, and staying in this old path or trajectory on this old trajectory is not going to be beneficial to me. So how can I change? How can I take action and do life differently and in a new way? And with that, the inner critic is going to be like, excuse me? No, you're not. And it takes work and dedication to overcome that. So, highest divine source, can we get a card that would represent the inner critic from the tarot right now, please? Highest source, energy. Okay. Two of Wands reversed is what came out, and then also Three of Cups. So Two of Wands reversed is about upright. It's really manifesting and creating your dreams. But with it being reversed, like, you're not, the critic is like, shut that shit down. Excuse me. Do not even think about those. That is outlandish. That's crazy. We're not doing that. You're wild. You will be rejected. Are you crazy? We have to protect you. This is the inner critic speaking, okay? Don't even go down that road. Don't even think about it. So that's what your inner critic is doing to you. And with the Three of Cups, also, it's like, if you follow this path, your happiness, your joy will absolutely not manifest. That's like, hello, it's not going to manifest. But in reality, when you follow your joy and what lights you up and your passions, of course, joy in your community and in yourself and your family will manifest. But the inner critic is ran off of fear and runs the show off of fear and uses fear as a tactic to keep you safe and aligned within this box, right? This box that has not been serving you. Because if you're guided here to this reading, I just saw 555 on the clock. 555 is all about change. If you were guided to this reading, it's time for change. Now, another thing in working with the inner critic is to have compassion and love for this part of yourself, because this part of yourself was created to keep you safe. Because when you were younger, you maybe learned that if you do things a certain way, you're going to be ridiculed, rejected, criticized. And it probably felt very detrimental when you were young. So this inner critic stepped in as a way to protect yourself, okay? But you don't need that part of yourself anymore. It's okay to let that go. It's time to let it go. Let's see. What is the benefit of releasing or changing the programming, the grip of this inner critic? Highest divine source. King of Swords. So really having this masculine principle of the mental aspects in yourself be strong and grounded. This is power. Power in your mind and being able to move forward and take action in the alignment of clarity in your mind. So really knowing and seeing that when you follow your dreams, things can align. The universe will work out for you. You will attract what you need and what you desire, and life will get infinitely better from where it is right now for you. I saw this video recently, and this man was saying, the universe says yes to whatever you are saying. So if you think about this right now, this is a mental aspect of the mind in a masculine way. So if you are going to focus on, life is really difficult for me, I'm always struggling, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, the universe says yes. 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 If you say, everything is always working out for me, even if I'm rejected, it's guiding me to something better. If not this, something better. The universe says, yes. Yes. I am made for more. I know that I am made for more. And when I follow my passions, I align more and more to what I truly desire, to living a limitless life where I am living my deepest desires and my greatest fulfillment. The universe says yes. Okay? So when you can look at this part of yourself, this inner critic, and really name it and be aware of it, because in this video game of life, the biggest challenge is to bring consciousness to the patterns that are keeping you stuck in whatever time loop, hell on earth each of us live, right? Like, life gets to be beautiful. We get to create heaven on earth. And we have to overcome these patterns of living in a hell on earth, right? And it doesn't have to be like you're being tortured, right? But hell can be going through the same pain, the same relationship struggles, the same patterns. Like, literally think of it as a time loop that you're stuck in, right? Because if you're not changing the belief systems and the mindsets and that inner critic voice, or looking at it, shedding light on it, consciousness, then they're not going to change. But you get to be the catalyst of change in your entire life by bringing that awareness and this clarity, mental clarity, to these patterns, to this part of yourself, so that you can shift out of it. It all starts with you. You get to save yourself, right? No one is saving you. Okay? The universe, God, source, spirit, the angels, whatever you resonate and connect to and align with on a frequency level for naming whatever that power is, it's not going to save you. It can guide you and show you the way, give you activations, show you how to up level, but you are the one that needs to take the steps. You take the action. That's where you come into your power, okay? Let's get highest divine source. What is the biggest shadow right now to overcome in this journey of really awakening to the inner critic? What's the biggest shadow right now? The Lovers. Ooh, I love this. So this card is about a soulmate connection, but it's also about finding what resonates. So when you think about a lover, it's someone that you deeply resonate with. You see them, feel them, love them on a soul level. It's a frequency vibrational match. So with this card being the shadow, that what I'm hearing is the biggest shadow aspect of overcoming this inner critic death grip on you, right? Is to really listen to what resonates for you. If what resonates for you, your passions, the inner critic comes in and tells you, no, you can't do that because of all of these reasons, you need to listen to what resonates. Is your passion resonating in where it lights you up? Your heart, your emotions are your quantum compass for your higher self. Your higher self is guiding you. That is your God source, right? And when you follow that, follow what resonates, you will continue to create a life that is beyond your wildest dreams. But you have to step outside of this comfort zone, okay? And it's up to you, again, to do all of this. And instead of looking at it, like this is another reframe, instead of looking at it as a daunting task, it's up to you to reframe it and say, this is going to be exciting. It's an adventure. I just got an image of the Fool card in the tarot. That it's a man like holding his knapsack, going with his dog. He's about to walk off a cliff, but he's like starting a new journey. He doesn't realize that he's like kind of blindly following. So not to say that you need to be blind, but in a way, yes, because you're listening to your heart in such a devoted way that you are blindly taking action because you're following the vibrational frequency match of what brings you joy, what brings you love. Because that will, in a quantum sense and law of attraction, you are going to attract more and more of that. What brings you joy, what brings you love, a life of fulfillment and purpose. So follow what resonates. Let's get a Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Let's get some spiritual advice here. What is spiritual advice for the collective right now in aligning to this highest divine path? Solar plexus chakra. I'm going to show you this card. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So this is really what I'm hearing, connecting into your why, what really turns you on, gets you going in life. Like, what are you passionate about? And what do you want to see change in the world? Those seeds of passion and desire that exist within your heart are yours. The divine planted those within you. Your higher self planted those within you as your own personal soul contracts to fulfill in this earth lifetime, right? Other people do not have the same desires as you. So when that inner critic comes in and tells you you're ridiculous, you're silly, to think that you can follow that desire, that is just a safety mechanism to keep you safe, small, stay in the box, right? But other people don't have that desire. It's unique to you, and you're meant to follow it. So give yourself that gift and follow it. Now I'm going to do the Oracle of the Unicorns to also get another piece of advice. What spiritual advice? Highest divine source spirit. Calling the unicorns here. What is some guidance, some information, spiritual advice on aligning to this path and awakening to the inner critic? Beloved, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Oh, I love this. So what I'm getting for this is not necessarily like a romantic partnership of another person. What I'm getting is to really fall in love with yourself, who you are authentically. Give yourself the gift of allowing yourself to be that. Do not self-abandon. Make yourself be something that you're not. Because the world has so much of that. I saw a meme recently and it said, be yourself, but not like that. And it was like society, be yourself. Oh, but not like that. It's like, yeah, we're told to be yourself, but also they fit within this bubble. And that's just not it. So love yourself. You are lovable. And trust yourself in really listening to what your heart is yearning for, what your soul is yearning for in creating this life. It's not silly. It's amazing. And we need it. The people around you need your gifts, and you are doing a disservice to the people that you're meant to work with, because they're on a soul level waiting for you, because we have soul contracts before we come into these lifetimes. And those people, especially if you're denying yourself from doing the work that you feel called to do, your people are waiting for you. So don't keep them waiting. Be brave, stand up, do what you're meant to do. It's not easy, but being a human isn't easy. It's challenging, but it's a challenge that is a beautiful journey. And we signed up for this. Okay, that is all for today. I love you all. My name is Jody Teresa. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. Follow, like, share, comment. Always be kind to each other in the comments. Thank you. You can book a personal reading with me through my website, jodyteresa.com. And also, I offer quantum healing energy sessions that are amazing at helping shift out of patterns, beliefs, and any stuck energy that is like feeling like keeping you in this time loop. It's really powerful at helping shift out of these. Yeah. Okay. Love you all. See you soon.